Hello and welcome to the Divorce to Bliss podcast. Here you will learn all things related to healing from divorce, mind, body, and spirit, so you can create a beautiful new life filled with happiness. I'm Rachel Ruby, author of Divorce to Bliss, divorce coach, speaker, and attorney, and I'm so glad you found me here. Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be talking about manifestation and how we can use manifestation to heal from divorce or really from any trauma, but focusing on the divorce healing journey. So some of us may not know what manifestation is. It is a buzzword right now. It is very popular out there in the world, and a lot of people are talking about it and talking about how they have become successful or made changes in their lives because of manifestation. So manifestation is the ability to envision and create something that we want to happen in our lives. And we do that through a variety of tools that help us to manifest this outcome. So we're going to talk today about how to use manifestation in healing from divorce. And I have 6 steps that I recommend that you can use in doing so. The first step is to commit. And just like with any new program or anything that you want to make happen in your life, you need to commit to healing and you need to commit to using manifestation to do so. So what does this mean? Basically, commitment means that you are making this a priority. You need to set aside time every day where you're going to use the tool of manifestation. Usually it's done in kind of a meditative state. And I'll talk more about that, but don't be afraid because you will be so excited when you start to see the results. So commitment, again, is the first step. The second step is creation. How do we create this? Well, we need to determine what we want to manifest. So sometimes we have many things that we want to manifest. For example, when we're going through divorce, we may want to manifest a new job, a new home, a new love, all kinds of things, right? So the first thing that we're going to do, since you're going to commit to manifesting, is to make a list. And I highly encourage you to write this list out because you can type it out as if you like, but I always suggest using a journal because it's really wonderful to be able to go back and look at what you had there, what your bullet points were, what you numbered, and be able to change them. We have to understand that the creative part of manifestation is fluid. It's always moving and changing, morphing. And as we go along the journey, it's really wonderful to look back at what you created that first time when you made your list. So, and how far you got from there. So I want you to get a journal if you can. If not, you can use a notebook or a pad of paper. And I want you to write down what it is you want to manifest and write everything down. It doesn't matter if you have 2 things, 1 thing, 20 things, write it all down and get it there on paper so that you can see what it is that you are working towards. Step number 3 is thought tweaking. And I've talked about this before. If you are someone who watches or listens to my podcast, thought tweaking is when we start replacing the self-limiting thoughts with the limitless thoughts. So, for example, we often, when we're going through divorce, because it's a trauma and because there's a lot of negativity and there are negative emotions involved, sometimes it'll make us feel down. It'll make us lack self-confidence, and we may believe that we can't do something. So we might believe that we can't manifest a wonderful, beautiful new life, and we can't find love again, and can't be happy, and we can't find a beautiful new house, and whatever it is. So the first thing I want you to do is to acknowledge that it's okay to have those thoughts, because when we go into a difficult situation and we are trying to come out of it, like healing from divorce, it's normal to have those thoughts. Okay. So don't beat yourself up over them. The most important thing that we need to do when we're thinking of thought tweaking is to notice those thoughts when they come up. So if we might be having a great day, great, wonderful day, and a negative thought might come up, and we just need to catch it instead of getting upset or angry over it or just ignoring it, just let it come, let it sit there, acknowledge it, and then tell yourself, okay, and replace it with a positive thought. And that is really important. So when we are embarking on this manifestation journey, we are creating something new. We are creating where we want to be. And so where we are now, we need to teach the mind where we want to be, right? And it's different from where we are right now. So this is another tool going into the manifestation is the thought tweaking. So to recap, with thought tweaking, we are simply replacing the negative thoughts with positive ones. Once we have committed to our manifestation journey and we have created and visualized what we want, and we have learned how to tweak our thoughts to change from the negative to the positive, we are ready to dive into the actual manifestation process. And this is a little bit like meditation. It is a meditation, but it's when we find a quiet place, and it can be as long or as short as you like, but I would suggest maybe the first time taking 10 or 15 minutes, sitting in a quiet spot or laying down, either one. We're going to close our eyes, and because we made a commitment, we want to do this every day. And so one of my favorite time to do this is in the morning, right when I wake up, and I purposefully wake up a few minutes early, about 20 minutes early, sometimes even more, so that I can spend time doing my meditative practices, and a lot of which includes manifestation. But when you're starting with the manifestation, just find that time for yourself in the morning when you wake up or before you go to bed or whatever time works best for you, and either sit or lie comfortably. Make sure you are somewhere where you cannot be disturbed, and close your eyes. And the first thing I want you to do is just pay attention to the breath coming in and coming out. Try to take a few deep breaths. And feel how taking those deep breaths, feel that breath go through your body, and feel how it grounds you sitting there in this quiet space. No one's bothering you. It's just time for you. And I always love this quiet time because it's really a beautiful thing to sit quietly with yourself. A lot of people can't do that. It takes work. When you're sitting or laying there comfortably with your eyes closed and you've taken some calming breaths, the next thing you want to start doing is envisioning what you want. Now, I forgot to mention that when you are creating this list, this manifestation list, you can have many different things on there. It doesn't matter. But when you go into this manifestation process, you want to pick one to focus on at each time. Because if you try to manifest all the different things happening, a new job and a move and a new love and a new hobby and all these things in your life, it's going to get very difficult because it's going to feel very out of control and unreachable. So for this manifestation, for your first one, you want to pick something that you're going to focus on. So let's say we focus on the finding a new place to live. Okay. So again, you're going to sit there quietly in your quiet space. You've taken your cleansing, grounding, calming breaths. And now you want to start visualizing where you're going to be living when you come through your divorce healing journey. And I want you to make it as detailed as possible. I want you to see the house. Is it an apartment? Is it a townhouse? Is it a room in someone's house? Whatever it is, whatever the space is, I want you to visualize it. Even if you don't know what it's going to look like, you're the artist of your life. You need to create what you want to live in, what your home is going to look like. And again, like I mentioned, these visions can morph, they can change all the time. And that's okay. So if today you're going to picture yourself living in an apartment, tomorrow you might actually see a house, and just stick with that. But keep making these visions very detailed. See yourself living there. See yourself walking through. See the way the light comes through the windows. Hear the sound. Are there big trees outside? Can you hear birds chirping? Is there a view? Can you see the mountains or the ocean? Can you see yourself cooking in the house or sitting on the couch and watching Netflix, whatever it is? Is there a fireplace? Picture all of these things in your mind as you are sitting there quietly and imagine what you will be doing in that house. Now, another tool is to picture a movie screen in your head. And you're sitting in this chair and you see this big movie screen up in front of you. And on that movie screen, you see this beautiful home. And you see all of descriptive visions of that home that I spoke of a few moments ago. And then you see yourself coming into that space. And I want you to feel how you feel. And I did this in my own healing journey when I was going through my divorce. I visualized my new home. Didn't know where I was going to live. It was very scary for me. There was a lot of fear involved around this, but I visualized my new home and pulling into the driveway and into the garage and walking into the home. And I visualized the light I would see coming through the windows. And I even visualized the color of the walls, the floor, everything. Looking outside in my little outdoor space, I saw trees, I heard birds. And I kept running this vision through my head every time I would manifest, every time I would close my eyes and go there. And ironically enough, I just got the chills when I found my new place. It was that exact space. And I manifested it. I believe 100%. So I want you to see it. And if you're going to use the movie screen idea, it's a great way to visualize everything and what it's going to look like, and then see yourself kind of walking onto that stage in the movie. And what this does when we visualize is it teaches our minds again what we want. And it also makes things more of a reality because we are creating it and giving it detail, not just saying, I want this. We're actually seeing it. We're envisioning it. And that's so empowering. So the other thing I want to mention is that although you will be committing to doing this manifestation exercise every day and sitting or laying there with your eyes closed and seeing that new house or whatever it is that you're deciding to manifest, I want you to also throughout your day, think about these things as well. So even if it's just a snippet, even if you're on your lunch break and you close your eyes and you see yourself, instead of eating your sandwich at your desk, you see yourself eating your sandwich at your table in your new house. And so as often as you can picture this, it's telling your mind, this is what I want. Okay. The fifth step is taking action. And just like with anything, we commit, we create a plan, but nothing's going to materialize until we take action. So it's kind of that 3-pronged process, right? Make the commitment, do the work to decide what it is we want and set it all up, and then take the action. So when we take the action, it's like I just talked about a few moments ago, is making it real. And visualization is taking the action, but another way to take the action is to actually go out there. So once again, we use the idea of manifesting a new place for you to live. Even if you're not at the point where you're ready to buy or rent a new home, or even if you don't know whether you'll be buying or renting, or maybe you might even be renting a room in a house, it doesn't matter, but you're not sure yet, or even if you are sure, I want you to actually go and look at some places, even if the timing's not right. Go look at open houses if you're buying a house, or even if you're not, just go look at open houses. Go look at rooms for rent. Go look at apartments, condos for rent, and start seeing these spaces and getting an idea of what makes you feel good, what makes you happy, if you don't know what that is already. And that way, when you go into your visualization, your manifestation, you can picture some of the things that you liked, and you can go to 5 different homes and pick 5 different things you like, one from each place. And you can come back and close your eyes and you can imagine the space with all of those things. Because again, you are the artist. You are the creator. It doesn't matter. There's no right rules. There's no wrong rules. You just want to picture, envision the space and yourself in it. Now, the other way we can take action, as I talked about before, I was talking about replacing the negative thoughts with the positive thoughts. And we can do this by using affirmations. If you are a listener or a viewer of my past podcast, you know I've spoken about this many times, but affirmations are positive statements about yourself that actually do tweak your thoughts. And there is actually research on this that has shown that the more we think positive and the more we replace the negative thoughts with the positive thoughts, the more of a chance that we are actually going to get there, right? So I want you to start noticing when you have those kinds of negative thoughts, like I said earlier, and replacing them with positive thoughts. And the positive thoughts that we replace them with can be these affirmations. You are going to create your affirmations. And again, you are going to make a list of affirmations that serve you right now. And again, these may change in time. These may grow. These may morph into totally different types of affirmations. But for now, focus on the things that make you feel really good. So if you're having a lot of fear, you can tell yourself, I am happy. I am excited. I love my new life. And the one caveat with these affirmations is you want to make them present statements, not I am going to find a new home. I will get a new job. No. Your mind, you need to state them like you're living them right now. I have a beautiful new home. I have an incredible job. I am abundant. I am prosperous. Wealth comes to me. I have a wonderful love with my new partner. Whatever it is, I want you to state these affirmations as if they are in the present moment. So once you come up with a list of these affirmations, you want to start catching yourself again when you have a negative thought or when you're afraid of something, and using these affirmations. And don't just do them then. Use them throughout the day. When you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror for the first time, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am able to conquer anything I set my mind to. Those kinds of things, whatever serves you. If you need help coming up with some affirmations, I'm happy to help you with that. Just reach out to me, and you can do that by going to my website at rachelsruby.com. The sixth step in learning how to use manifestation to get through your divorce healing journey is incorporating gratitude. Now, if I had to pick one thing from my own divorce healing journey that really made the biggest difference, this would probably be it. And it also is the same when you are manifesting, because again, you want to create this positive vision, this positive space where you're headed and out of this divorce and into this happiness, this bliss. And the only way that you can do that is by not only envisioning it in your mind and seeing yourself there, but by also expressing your gratitude for all of the things in your life that are beautiful and happy and make you feel joyful. So a lot of my clients, when they first start, they say to me, Rachel, I don't feel grateful for anything right now because I am so down or angry or hurt or whatever, right? So what I say to them is there's always something to be grateful for. If you really dig deep inside yourself, no matter what situation you're in, you can always feel grateful. And likewise, when you are going through your divorce, even if you're in that victim mentality and you're feeling really down, you can create this new life for yourself. But gratitude is a huge part of it. And without gratitude, you're not going to be able to do that. So what I want you to do is express your gratitude often. I want you to write down what you're grateful for. Again, yes, we're doing a lot of writing. I want you to say it out loud. I want you to think it in your head. And especially when you're in a situation that is challenging, let's say you're speaking with your soon to be former spouse or your already former spouse on a child custody issue on who's going to pick up the children, and there needs to be a schedule change, and it's very frustrating and it's a very negative conversation. You can take a moment to just close your eyes and take a deep breath and be thankful for those children. Be thankful for your freedom. Be thankful that you have either come out of the divorce or you're working towards that you're working on your healing journey, that you're alive, that you're here. So I want you to really start expressing that gratitude, because the more you express it, the more grateful you feel. And the more grateful you feel means that your attitude changes and means that you're going to be able to manifest all of the things that you want in your life that are going to help you get there. And even though we have challenges, we can still heal. We can still change. We can still shift, morph. We can become completely new versions of ourselves. And even when we face these difficult times, we have to remember that we are the only ones in control of creating that new life. No one else is going to do it for us. So I want you to take these 6 tips that I've given you on manifestation, start your manifestation journey, and know that manifestation is a part of healing from divorce. It is a wonderful tool. And this is only scratching the surface. You can really go deep into learning more about manifestation, how to use it. I've provided here a basic way to get started, but there are so many wonderful programs out there that really do go much deeper and provide you with ways to use manifestation even more so, and tools and tweaks that you can use that weren't mentioned here in the interest of time. And if you want to do that and you want some help as to where to look, because there's so many people out there who are on this manifestation bandwagon, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to refer you to some of them. And if you want to learn more tools about how to heal from divorce, because I have so many of them, I am so willing to share those with you. Please check out my website at rachelsruby.com/coaching. And you can learn about the programs that I offer. And you can also check out my book, Divorce to Bliss, on Amazon, which is a guide to healing mind, body, and spirit. And I hope that you have a wonderful time in this manifestation part of your healing journey. And I wish you all the best.